Just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Keep your dick in your pants, lady, please. Beep beep.
Faster!
Nope, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I'll leave.
Again. Rather, if you were a tortoise, Togo, where would you hide?
In my shell.
Straight home now. It looks like we found him.
Desert Thor. That was too soon.
All yours, Torgal.
It's this. Absolutely not. And the game is afoot. Go. Oh, okay. That takes care of that. Adamantoise shell. It is believed an adamantoise will grow a thin new layer to its protective shell once every 2 moons. Considering that many of the creatures live for hundreds of years, it should come as no surprise that the shells of older specimens can be several hands thick and weigh over 50 stone. That is excessive.
If Mid needs another, she can come and get it herself.
50 stone. How are you even transporting that? Jesus. That's us done there. Come on now. Are we talking to the undying, the unappreciated, the what's their name again?
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here.
Don't eat yellow snow.
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
What, to read it out loud? My beloved sons. Alright. I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way, it shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you, your father. Alright, thanks, Dad.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The
So
day
the
before
kingdom?
we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor. the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies.
Which is
With
smart,
the blight
really.
spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless.
Dad's a smart
Had he
dude.
not, he would never have written this message,
Forward-thinking guy.
nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would
Thank.
have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
Mom's dead, at least.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
It's not gonna be Yote, is it? That would be kind of stupid. The archive. And whereabouts? You
Are you
have
buying
anything?
or selling?
Gungnir, god damn. Increases Gungnir will damage by 30%. That is excessive. I kind of want to have it just to have it.
Of
Even
course.
though I'm never gonna use it.
Come again.
Kind of good. Kind of Gucci. So you said the archives. You have me going to Rosaria for it then? Oh, wait, no. Why is... Do you want me to go upstairs? Oh, hey. Cyril's guest. Who are you?
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you.
Do we know each other?
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields.
Nice to meet you.
Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more. What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both.
A Livestrong
He
bracelet?
did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress.
These
With his grace
WIPs.
long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do
Subtle
so.
nudge to go and do it
Thank you.
anyways.
Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
I say
What
no.
else?
Have a coffee.
Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace.
You sound suspiciously
answer
much
to your
like
unspoken
Lady
question.
Karen.
Yes.
Come to think of
In
it.
fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
I mean, Dad's dead, so I don't particularly care if we slay this beast or not. If we're doing it for him, he can't appreciate it anymore.
Titan's Wake is to the
He
south
is
of here.
dead.
But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
So, just to be sure, this is just work in progress, right? You don't have 2 quests for me.
Lord Marquis,
Oh,
if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation.
all
He
right.
sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic.
For the greater good.
Cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair,
Third
a master
chair.
of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate when he might yet be saved.
That's an Uno reverse. Now I have to go. Touche. Touche.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It
Nickelback?
lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Okie doke. Then there was, I guess we'll take it from here. Come to me, Ambrosia, my nectar of the gods.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Now, if I were a quest of oh, there we go. Thmurg?
There it is. For House Rossfield.
That was too soon. And I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. No. I expected something else.
Save some for yourself. Too slow.
You are far beneath me, bird. Okay, maybe not. Ow, hey. Scratch the underbelly. Oh, that was disgustingly late. Or so you thought. That is a shame. I could have done a better job there, I agree. But it was a funny angle. Hearthstone. Griffins suffer something akin to the crystal's curse, their flesh slowly turning to stone over a lifetime of channeling ether. Unlike bearers, however, the effect is far more gradual and limited to a sac around their hearts. The slower progress of petrification resulting in the formation of a gemstone of rare beauty. Cool.
Is this the Heartstone?
So it's a...
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
flies. So this is a griffin's heart, then. Which is kinda cool. I did the thing, praise me.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And a Heartstone claimed.
Why are there two Heartstones? Like, does a Griffin have two hearts?
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, The lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly.
Why are all these
If you
people
would
talking
excuse
like they're
me,
at a wake?
I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
I get these times are dreary, but goddamn, you're not doing much to help liven the place up.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how are you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In
So
the
you
days
just
before
nicked
the
them.
disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
You're welcome back
Thank you,
once
my
my
lord.
brother here takes the throne.
Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Sure thing. What, no quest complete? One thing that sort of irks me, though, I mean, they call me Lord, and they call my brother Grace on account of him being the Phoenix, but I am a dominant myself now as well. Right? I am Ifrit. I still don't know where Ifrit fits in. Like, where does he come from? We have all the dominants that are established, but Ifrit has no real mention, so where does Ifrit come from and where does he fit in? And I wonder if I would be crowned as ruler of the realm in a perfect world, because I did awaken as a dominant, just not the one, not as Phoenix, the thing that, you know, the entire nation of Rosaria sort of built around. I wonder how they would have dealt with that. The Founder's Grasp. Well, it's better than what I have. Fashioned after those pictured adorning the wrists of the mythical founder in ancient engravings, Archduke Elwyn intended to give these bands to his beloved sons upon their coming of age, that they might serve to remind them as the unbreakable bonds they share as proud scions of the ducal line, and the unwavering devotion that would be required to see their duty done. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Dadster. Yes, we're not going to do that. So, would you have me... Oh, okay.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
I appreciate it, but I don't really...
And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
I guess we're very happy.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him
The
see
Elwyn
that you have
has-
received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I didn't know he had a
I suppose it
memorial.
would be churlish not to.
Churlish?
What do you say, Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the
Phoenix
day
Gate.
we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
I'm surprised no one else has come
Thank
to
you, Cyril.
try and nick it. Do they have people standing there keeping watch day and night?
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
No, he's dead. Plus, I've got one more thing to do over here in Bombaklad.
Do you see that too?
I should probably save the game.
Papa?
What is it? Oh, please.
Just make it stop. That's the correct response from someone who doesn't have anything to begin with. Please just make it stop.
Run like the wind.
Like, I expected the final showdown, or at least the crystal, to be hovering above this lake here. I don't know why, but it just seems kind of, sorry, fitting. Don't worry about me, just passing through. Now,
That can't be Rutherford, can it?
oh, but 'tis.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Battle on the bridge.
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
No, it won't.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
I see two casters. These guys are surprisingly sturdy. Come on then. Josh! I mean, I get it, dude. Well then.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
It was exactly what I was thinking, oddly enough.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Oh, that's...
Fucking traitors.
exactly.
I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace.
That is...
Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Whatever you want to call me.
Call me what you want.
Yeah, call me Susan if you
Doesn't
like.
change who I am. Or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question.
Shoot.
What do you stand to gain from all this?
Brighter tomorrow, hopefully.
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now, we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw.
Am I even an outlaw, I wonder?
I'll never hear the end of this.
Nope.
All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
Oh?
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either.
You are not.
And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be choosers. I
Suppose
suppose
not.
we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
Who do you have in mind?
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience.
Who do we have that has a silver tongue?
Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
There is a big IOU slip in my pocket when it comes to that guy. And he is somewhat pleasant to listen to, I won't deny. Empty shard, thank you so very much. So that's everything done here for now. Yes. Do we deal with all of this? I think I will start here. Because there was shit to do in Northreach, yes. Over at the Vale and right outside the gates. Okay. Alright, the trial of something or other that's not really my job to oversee.
He mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit. I'm nervous.
You should be.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
Crawling behind enemy lines?
But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
Who would that be?
Gav.
Yep.
It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started
I was
yet.
about to say.
Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way.
I swear, if I have to bust this dude out, he's
All right,
fails.
Ember. Impress me.
Let's talk to the Lady of the Vale. For what new snake oil are you peddling?
See anything you like?
Figured as much. Do I have to buy everything of Heaven's Cloud? No. Raging Fist, don't want it. Why is this so expensive?
You've a keen eye. An excellent choice.
Well, that my purse was
Garrison
as
is threatening
keen.
to pull their sentries from the markets.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
I do like that everyone here is suddenly sort of a bit divided. Do we follow the Duke or do we follow ex-Captain Philip? What news, Isabel?
Have a moment, Clive.
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizen's watch to fill the void.
Yeah, sure.
And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
You know my plight, and yet you would ask me to be some sort of neighborhood watchman?
Of course. Whatever you need.
No, not whatever you need.
Clive.
For shame, Isabel.
What would I do without you?
Yeah,
Philippe
what would
told
you
me
do
he
without
had
me?
men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
What up,
Here, my
Sabine?
lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Yes, please.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action.
Good girl.
Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
Okay.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does
I'm
that
listening.
not seem a trifle... drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people. He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him?
Let's go, Sabine.
No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it.
You're not listening.
Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
Isabel, you had
Certainly
your
has spirit.
solution on a silver
Indeed.
platter.
But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
If you can get
I'm
a
sorry,
win out of
where
it.
were we?
I was leaving.
Yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Keep your dick in your pants, lady, please.
It's not only control of the garrison.
It's the whole of Northreach.
You heard what she said? The Duke won't stop until...
Now, I believe Philippe is somewhere here, not donning his armure. And I was Eastwatch. Right. Under new management. I am not where I... let's just do this. I made an error in judgment.
He'd have our coin, our stock and our...
So you are content to abandon the people...
Here we go.
Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
She's got a bee in her
Hardly get a
bonnet.
word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
That same lady at the...
You might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep?
No, I don't.
One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
What's a rendezvous? Now, is it going to... Of course, it's not in the same... The Holy Hand. Wait, I can circle around there? Okay. Sure. No. Again, no.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I am looking round.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
And stay down, please. Who's casting Cure? And I was looking for these things too. Oh, that was good. Nope. Oh. Well done, Dorgal. I'll take it.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Hardly a warm-up.
It's me.
Why are you here?
Are you alright?
We were to meet up at the town
It seems
gates.
the reports were true.
Why are you here?
Falls
You were
of return.
investigating something
I
else.
dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
That's your job.
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople. Stirring up
Understandably.
ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dame was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Then what good are you? Jerry.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm?
Just
the
living.
Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin?
Themselves.
Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes?
Can your people?
No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
How do you know?
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street.
It's not the street, it's the garrison.
No good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
So?
Jealous, are you?
Yeah.
That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
Well, I suggest you go do your job.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand.
What about Northreach?
Did you hear me? That was an order.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the
You're not
guns.
our...
Archers to the roofs. Quickly,
You're
come
not
on.
my captain anymore. You quit.
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too.
You
Still
weren't
one for numbers.
actually invited.
Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme.
Good, I can tackle
Before a few
Eastwatch in the
of these
meantime.
And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you, both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame,
Carla, Isabel, whatever your name is. Now, I forget where it was. I believe it was a series that I once watched, where someone who was also a whore explained that her mother before her was a whore, the lady herself. She was in the military first, much like her mother was as well. Her mother, however, quit the military and turned to the profession many deem far beneath anyone, a sort of last-ditch effort. Why? Because her mother told her, you know, I've fought many people, I've killed many people, not adding much to anything at all.
Let's go.
Being a whore, however, I can take away the pain of many weary soldiers. I can offer relief on an almost daily basis and make people forget about everything for a while. And for this, I would sacrifice my job as a high-ranking officer in the military 10 times over. And that was pretty. That struck a nerve. That was kind of cool.
Don't get surrounded.
I'm paraphrasing, and I'm trying to navigate and string together a sentence at the same time. I am not a woman, so you have to forgive me for it being a bit sloppy. I cannot do two things at once.
Over here!
Why are you flexing against a scrub, brother dearest? There's no need for that. This is not Eastwatch, is it? Wait, it is. So what do you... What? Didn't I do the thing? It's the wrong location. I am an absolute retard. Oh well, good experience, I suppose.
Several bad puns later.
And here we go again. Here we go.
There are so many of them.
Yeah, it's alright.
Wake and win!
Something like so. And boom. Alright, next. Of course not.
No. It's only just begun.
Ah, there we go. Nice, Torgal. Ooh, shit. Can you stop moving, please? Nice, Torgal, thank you. That was too late, even though that was an easy one to have. No. Oh, fucker. Very good damage. Not what I thought you were gonna do. That is what I thought you were gonna do, and I didn't get it.
You lose.
And that takes care of that.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Bork bork.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear.
For now.
You and your men fare.
Well, we
Half of
ended
them
up fighting
dead.
for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
I prefer a band-aid or something.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens.
It was a long time ago when you said that, probably.
I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing.
No, it
I
was
should have
mine
listened to
doing.
you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your Ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Get your money, bitch. No, I will not drop by no matter how many bedroom
Madame
looks you shoot me.
Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
No, let's not make any decisions we will come to regret further down the line.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
You're one of us.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should
We
see if
are
Isabel
out
needs
of
any help
here.
moving the wounded.
You are at your usual spot, yes? Why am I speaking to this lady? She has work to do.
There's no need to worry any longer.
And her visitors have holes to fill, if you will.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
Why aren't you working?
The treatment of the wounded. I'll be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Do we though?
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
Shame. He passed away.
Petrified, maybe.
Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
At this point, done, I would say.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
Where does Sid come in here, though? Because you told me that Sid did you
Perhaps
a solid
I have such a soft spot for
that you could never repay.
Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter. All united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you?
I don't live here.
Can we count on your support too?
I've got bigger fish to fry. Quest complete. Stop giving me your shitty nonsense, please. The emblem of the Vale, Northreach's far-famed House of Ill Repute. The town is the gateway to the imperial capital of Oriflamme, where waves of old money and new lap against the opposing sides of the Great Wall. And I get some orichalcum, and this, however, is very important, because now I can craft at least one of my special thingies, which is fantastic. Make for garlic, I will not be doing that, actually. Wait, there's still more. Oh, right, Eastwatch, I'm an idiot.